What is up, Master Jason here? So a lot going on over in the crypto space. Now, currently we have Bitcoin above $21,000, which is really nice to see because Bitcoin is testing that $22,000 resistance right now, and hopefully it's able to get above that resistance and find support above that. And that's our best chance of seeing the price of Bitcoin going back up to $28,000, which is going to be another area of resistance that hopefully it's able to get over and find support back above that, because that's the key area of support that Bitcoin needs to regain. That's the support that Bitcoin was managed to stay above throughout most of 2021 after it had passed it. When it fell through that price, that's when we saw the price of Bitcoin quickly drop to that $18,000 price, which is another big area of support that we're holding on to. But at the same time, trading between this $18,000 and $22,000 price, this is just kind of repeating prices that Bitcoin had tested back in 2017, back when before in the previous halving that Bitcoin had. After its halving in 2016, Bitcoin quickly went up to a price of around $19,000 that time, and so it's hanging out around that area of resistance from that halving, and that's our current support that we're having right now. So when we were able to pass that price, that was our best luck that we had throughout all of 2021, where it stayed above the $18,000 price through all of 2021, but that key area, that $28,000 price, was the one that we kept bouncing off of and taking Bitcoin to those all-time highs that it had seen. So that's where we really need to go. We really need to get Bitcoin back above $28,000 and see where things can go from there. And worth mentioning, if you do look at the chart and you look at Bitcoin in November and December of 2020, and you can see how it kept trying to find that support above that $18,000 price, when it was finally able to actually break through that $22,000 price. And you just compare then to now what we're seeing, when it was able to break through that and it quickly went to that $28,000 price, just as quickly as it went to $28,000 from breaking through that $22,000 price, it was also able to quickly fall from $28,000 to quickly falling below $22,000. So this is why this current area of support and resistance right now is very critical for Bitcoin to get over and to get back above that $28,000 price, if that makes sense to anybody. Now, I want to pull the Bitcoin miners real quick. Look at Marathon Digital. What we're seeing with Marathon Digital at this moment, up more than 20% on this particular day. And what we're seeing is we're seeing things start bouncing back for the miners. Now, if you guys know, the miners were dumping off a lot of Bitcoin off of their balance sheet. And now what we're seeing with the price of Bitcoin starting to make a little bit of moves, we're seeing these huge returns with the Bitcoin miners. And this is a big thing to really be looking at. Now, it's also nice to see that the ProShares Bitcoin ETF that is for shorting Bitcoin, it's nice seeing that one is currently down. This is a new ETF. I currently have been watching this. I'm not invested into it, and I have no plans to invest into it because, of course, I'm long on Bitcoin, and anything involving shorting Bitcoin is nothing that I am a fan of. But it's nice seeing that as far as things go with crypto, BITI is down, where we have BITO that is up more than 5.5%, which is the other one that is actually for Bitcoin futures. So it's nice seeing that a lot of the crypto-related stocks that have to deal with Bitcoin, they're making some big moves as well. This is another big bullish thing for Bitcoin. Now, one of the big reasons why we're seeing the miners' stock prices go up so much right now is because the difficulty to mine Bitcoin, the hash rate to mine more Bitcoin, has actually decreased. It's decreased by 1.4% just now, and also over the last month and a half or so, it's down more than 6.5%, I believe. So we're seeing that decrease with the hash rate. This is less energy that is needing to be produced to mine Bitcoin. This is less time it is going to take to mine Bitcoin, and this is great for the miners who have definitely been hurting trying to keep up with that hash rate while the price of Bitcoin is so low. It's not very beneficial for them to be mining Bitcoin at these low prices when the hash rate is so high and it's costing so much for them to keep mining Bitcoin. So let's get into some news and talk about what is affecting the price of Bitcoin in a positive way. Now, as some people have been talking about Voyager filing bankruptcy. There is talks now about Celsius not filing bankruptcy. And this is some bullish news for Celsius, as Celsius Network continues to make moves, prompting calls to resume withdrawals. Troubled crypto lender Celsius has been on a debt repayment spree the last few days, further suggesting the platform doesn't intend to file bankruptcy. Since the start of July, the company has taken proactive measures to prevent bankruptcy. This includes cutting 150 staff members and a series of significant loan repayments to reduce its liquidity risk. Now, this is according to this article here from Crypto Slate, written by Samuel Wan. Now, according to this article here by Zai Crypto, massive Bitcoin outflows rock crypto exchanges, fell an ultra bullish sentiment for Bitcoin. The total exchange outflows in June peak at 151,000 Bitcoin a month, with Shrimp and Wills as the main receivers, wrote Glassnode in a weekly note. This is a stark contrast to the flood of coins into exchanges that occurred in May through June of 2021. Overall, Coinbase and Binance led in withdrawal rates, with both firms recording close to 800,000 Bitcoins in outflows over the last 2 years. Now, what's also been looking good for Bitcoin is right now, when we look over at the stock market, we got nothing but green. The third quarter of 2022 looking very nice. And looking at where we're currently at with NASDAQ, comparing NASDAQ from January 2021 to where we're currently at, we're still below that price where NASDAQ was in January of 2021. But the nice thing is, when we look at the falling wedge that NASDAQ has been on, what has it just done? It's actually broken through that falling wedge. Now, this is just my own falling wedge that I drew here. Who knows what comparison anybody else wants to do, but we can actually see that the candlestick is actually out of the falling wedge. And this is huge. Who knows what's going to happen from here, but it is nice to see that we have broken off from that wedge. And hopefully we continue this path here, and we can see a good increase in the stock market, as this third quarter could be very beneficial to the entire stock market, but also for crypto. And it'll be nice to see a good rebound, and also to see NASDAQ start climbing back up to that January 2021 price of the market, and start getting over and start regaining those losses that we've seen over in the market. Now, I mean, the entire stock market in general as well, when we look at VTI, is also up. And so it's nice to see a little bit of a rebound here. Hopefully this can continue, but who knows with the way politics are and what's going to happen with that and how that can affect the overall market. But this is also a huge thing for crypto and very beneficial for it. It's also an interesting day in the market on a day that the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has also announced that he has resigned. So the market isn't showing any sort of negative effects for any sort of real events at this moment as far as this goes that is affecting the U.S. stock market and cryptocurrencies. Anyways, that is it for now. If you like my format, you like the way that I present everything, please do consider subscribing if you have not already. And as always, please smash, destroy, annihilate, or gently press that like button to help me out with the algorithm and help spread the content to more people that might find it interesting. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one coming very, 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 very soon.